Welcome to 4-card Magic. You will face in battle with only 4 cards. It is both your library and your hand. We have a lot of prizes. You have 20 minutes. Go! These challengers will have 20 minutes to scour the halls of Magic Con Amsterdam and find 4 cards that are modern legal. Those 4 cards will be their entire deck, and they will begin every game of this single elimination tournament with them in their hand. They'll still have to pay for their spells though, so they should be sure to include lands in those 4 cards. And I see you writing in the comments already, so of course you don't lose the game for not having cards in your library. I told people to gather, but I did not tell them what to expect, so let's watch them cook.
So the idea could be Swarm into Dark Ritual, into Thoughtseize.
They have to be modern legal.
Dark Ritual is not modern legal.
Yeah, that would make Storm kind of busted in modern. You have to find the physical cards.
Okay, I don't have a questing base, and I think that's what I would go for. Jeweled Lotus, Island, questing.
Jeweled Lotus is not modern legal.
Oh, then I'm done.
Maybe you should have explained what Modern is. Modern is a rule set of Magic the Gathering where you can play any card from 2003 and on that was printed in a main Magic set. Commander exclusive products are no good here.
We have a strategy.
What's your strategy?
We need to go get the card.
All right, good luck. I'll join you. I don't quite know where they're going, but they seem to have a plan. They're rushing off.
If this is the last time that we ever see Yaman, just know that we love him.
Do you think you'll make it? Where are we going, guys? Like, do you think you'll make it in time?
We're going to now our hotel. We have to take the card, and then we come back.
I'll head back in and see if I can find some other people scrambling for cards.
Oh, you're just cracking packs to make your deck? I love it. Look at this, look at this.
Are you looking for cards?
Yeah, I'm thinking about Thassa's Oracle.
Ooh, Thassa's Oracle is very clever here. If this card ever enters and you have no cards in your library, you win! And in this new format, no one has any cards in their library.
I'm thinking of Cavern of Souls, so it makes his Thassa's already uncounterable. And
very good.
His second source of mana, and then he probably wins.
Do you have Cavern of Souls? You have Cavern, right? Can I get a Cavern?
Uh-oh, now people can't counter the Oracle? This sounds like I should have made a ban list.
I need a Dark Slick Shores, and I'm complete.
Where do you think you can find the Dark Slick Shores?
I've been on the hunt in like 3 separate stores now. Haven't found it. The command players are my next stop.
Let's see if we can find a Dark Slick Shores.
Are you playing blue black? Yeah. Do you happen to have a Dark Slick Shores I could borrow for maybe like half an hour?
We've got an entire table looking for Dark Slick Shores here.
This is fantastic.
I hope the guys in the car are parking somewhere because we only have 2 minutes left to assemble their decks. It's go time.
Do you feel confident in your strategy?
Yes. I will see how this works out.
Yes. 3, 2, 1, go! You can pick at random to see who goes first. It's best of 1. On your mark, you have 20 life and a dream. 3, 2, 1, go!
I played as a pre-game action Leyline of the Guild Pact, and for 2 I played Scion.
Oh boy, Leyline of the Guild Pact makes all of your lands every land type at the same time. This makes Sign of Draco cost 2, which is not bad for a 4/4 with Fligy Hexling's first pull.
Yeah, my Ragavan didn't perform today.
We've all had our Ragavans underperform. Don't worry, it happens to the best of us. Ooh, Talia is a clever play. She makes non-creature spells cost 1 more, so anyone who came with only 1 land might not be able to play. But she's facing creatures? I have never seen this card before. Dragon's Eye Savant is just a 0/6. This blocks just about anything smaller than a Colossal Dreadmaw. That core Skyfisher will keep on poking for 2 every turn, and Thalia is about 4 power short of getting through that wall.
Turn 1 Thoughtseize, and he didn't have anything.
You did not win. I decided to lose.
This legend signed up for the tournament just to take themselves out, but they might have simply avoided losing to Thassa's Oracle. Oh boy.
Oracle? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god! So, turn 1, Water Your Grave, and Thoughtseize my opponent to hopefully disrupt their combo. Turn 2, Island, and win with Thassa's Oracle.
After kicking off the tournament, we quickly realized that there's a lot more Thassa's Oracle than anticipated. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, how did so many people find a Thassa's Oracle in 20 minutes?
I hate this card.
Oof, if there are children around, make sure they look away because this is going to be graphic. Grief can be put into play by throwing out a black card from your hand, and then, when it enters, you can look at your opponent's hand and blast a card out of it, but then your Grief dies. But Malakir Rebirth here says, welcome to Modern, muchacho, because it'll bring Grief back into play, discarding another card from the opponent's hand and then beating down for 3 every turn. Although it feels rough, Grief might be the hero we need to pierce through this Thassa's Oracle meta game. Let's have a look at what the other tables are up to. Oh wow, that's another way to take out Thassa's Oracle. If you destroy your opponent's first land with Ghost Quarter, then they will never get the 2 mana to play it. And then the rack is a great way to deal 1 damage per turn and dodge removal spells. I think we might have found an exterminator for our Thassa's Oracle problem. Now this kind sir with the monkey hat has a neat strategy for this tournament. Creatures with Infect deal damage and poison counters, and if a player has 10 poison counters, they lose the game. Unfortunately, it's gonna have to get through this man's silly wall. Ooh, I have bad news for our stall deck player. This Blighted Agent not only has Infect, but it's also unblockable.
They're counting life totals. This is not supposed to happen in this format.
With the Exalted Trigger from Noble Hierarch, it's going to deal 2 poison damage a turn, which is twice as fast as the clock put on by this core Skyfisher. This one is going to Infect.
I think it's over. Oh.
Maybe our tournament is saved and it won't just be Thassa's Oracle mirrors after all. Look at this creative Ghost Quarter list.
He just destroyed all of my lands. I don't know, I have no place to go.
So basically my deck is 3 Ghost Quarters and an Inkmoth Decklist. There's no way that someone's going to play more than 3 lands in their deck. Probably 2, so I can just destroy them and then activate and do 10 poison.
That's good. That's very good.
And now it's showtime. We are going to the quarterfinals.
There are a fraction of the people who began. Everyone who lost or drew, stand up. Everyone who won, remain. This is the most intense match of the weekend. What's happening at the Pro Tour's got nothing on this. You are the top 8. This is the highest stake match you've ever played, probably. I don't know your life. You may begin, you have 20 life. Go!
We've seen a lot of powerful decks, but there is still some Thassa's Oracle in the top 8. This blue-white Oracle list plays Orim's Chant, which prevents the opponent from playing spells during their turn. That's a clever way to save your win condition from discard effects. But it only lasts 1 turn. He's gonna get a nasty surprise when he tries to go for the win because his opponent just counters it and plays his own Thassa's Oracle. Our blue Menace is moving to the top 4 and could take down the whole tournament. The rack is facing Infect and only one of them is moving to the semifinals. Our player reveals a Chancellor of the Annex from their hand. This means that the next spell played by Mr. Monkey Hat is countered unless he pays 1 more mana. Ooh, and this Ghost Quarter is going to knock him out of Contention Town because he simply can't pay for his Infect creature and will have to concede to the rack. We will remember you, Mr. Monkey Man.
The tournament field is getting smaller.
There are only 4 contestants left in our first ever 4-card tournament, so it's time to have a peek at what they're playing. We have 2 decks playing Chancellor of the Annex. This card rocks when your opponents just have 4 cards. Both decks are also playing Ghost Quarter to further punish their opponent's lack of access to lands. One of these decks wins with the rack, the other wins with Slitherblade, an unblockable creature. Going hard on the land destruction plan, our 3rd semi-finalist has a whopping 3 Ghost Quarters and an Inkmoth Nexus to end the game with poison counters. And we have 1 Thassa's Oracle list which counters the opponent's plan with Strict Serenade, which notably counters either artifacts or creatures, and then plays an uncounterable Thassa's Oracle with Cavern of Souls, which goes around the Chancellor of the Annex plan. I was worried about Thassa's Oracle being too dominant, but this fish currently feels like the underdog, or the underfish. Let's go! Our first Chancellor of the Annex is revealed, but their opponent is not playing any spells, so they just showed her a card in their hand for nothing. When I do that, it's usually because I dropped a card by mistake. Slitherblade comes down and is a little snake that could, because if unanswered, this will chip away at her life total 1 damage at a time. She'll promptly take out the island with a Ghost Quarter. He'll play a Ghost Quarter with no target and attack for 1. Look at that long boy with 2 blades and a dream, go! She'll take out her opponent's last land. The snake will turn sideways, and all it needs is 18 more hits. But our slithery friend is not going to deal damage fast enough because she has an Infect creature in her land. It's faster to deal 10 poison damage than it is to hit 20 times for 1, so she'll get presented with a concession handshake. At the same time as that fierce fight, our last Oracle deck is facing down the rack. It just sounds right when you say it like that, you know? These are good players because they are not forcing things. They're playing conservatively to play around their opponent's game plans. No one is blinking. The Chancellor of the Annex is going to counter the first spell played by the Thoracle player, but Cavern of Souls is going to brush that off like a bug. Oh, he chooses to pass? Ghost Quarter comes down and takes out the island, punishing the careful play. Oh my god, this means that the counterspell is gonna rot in their hand. They floated blue mana, but it faded away in the combat phase. Our Chancellor player will go to second main phase and play the rack. That'll deal 1 damage a turn until the handshake comes down. This was a wild tournament, but only 2 players are left. On one side of the ring, we have a lands-only deck that mows down the opponent's mana generation. And on the other side, we have a strategy that counters spells using Chancellor of the Annex and wins by stretching their opponent on a rack.
All right, we have the finalists. This is a great moment. I've been waiting for this for weeks. An infinite amount of different 4-card modern decks. You could play any of the most powerful combinations of 4 cards you could assemble at the tournament, and this gentleman here goes first.
He'll start by revealing Chancellor again, but she'll brush that off like last time. She has as many spells to counter as she has ducks to give about it. He'll play a Mutavault, but that's gone. He'll play his own Ghost Quarter, and notably, he can't play his Rack yet because she still has 3 cards in hand and could choose to just not play them, and then the game would be a draw. She'll give him the regular. That was his last land. She shows him a land and an Inkmoth Nexus, and this is the writing on the wall, and it reads, "You lose the game."
That was absurd. Thank you for watching. We'll see you at the next event. Come find us if we have flags and cameras. Woo! That was fun. Did you have fun? Yeah!